Hey everybody, Summers Lookers here and welcome back to the Railway and welcome to another review. Today I'm looking at a Great Western Railway tank engine by Bachmann, and that is this, the Bachmann Great Western Railway 56XX. Yes, so I have had this since the last Great Electric Train Show I went to, which was in October 2024, and I bought this for £55. And I thought that was a really good price. And then obviously, I noticed on the box saying it was DCC on board, which means that this is a DCC logo. So when I brought it on the track, I noticed it had exactly the same problem as the 61XX, which I reviewed before this video. So if you want to go and check that out, you can look at my channel and find that, and you can watch that if you haven't already. And well, then I decided to buy a DCC controller, and that came, and now this runs, as well as the other logo which you saw in the other video. If you haven't watched that, then you can watch it, which was fantastic. And yeah, it was good because it meant that there wasn't going to be another loco on the shelf waiting to be fixed, that sort of thing. But yeah, good to have it good back. And as you can see from the front of the box, this is the one here is in the British Railways lined green livery. That is livery that's inside the box, so it's sort of ex-Great Western British Railways sort of livery. Yeah, look at the box there. But yeah, so another DCC steam engine to look at. So without any further ado, I think it's time we should take a look at the box and start to have a look inside. So before we start to unbox this logo, let's have a look on the side of the box, which is just here. So the one I have here is 32-076 DC, and then this is a Class 56XX tank engine, number 6671. So this is sort of a 66XX. But you can figure out why I say that from the brief history which is inside the box. Although yes, this is a 56XX, as you can see on the side. This is in a BR lined green, and it is DCC on board. Yes, so when I said that being a 66XX, I was saying because there were two different versions, being the 56XX and the 66XX. Both very similar, just one was just slightly sort of modified to the other. So when I saw 6671, I thought it was a 66XX to begin with, but then I looked on the box and it clarified that for me. But speaking of boxes, let's open this up and see what we've got. So I think I'll open it from this side. Yep. Got a bit of advert in there. That's from the person I bought it from. So, there you are. And time to take the sheet off. Put it in it so you can see it nicely. And there it is, 6671. So that is stunning. Before we take that out of its packaging, we've got this to look at first. So what have we got in here? Just put that under there so I know where it is. There's an instruction manual, but what's this? Table of CV values. So we've got DCC onboard locomotive. It's just how to run it in, basically. Yes, that's very useful. Does it say what the numbers are on here? Interesting. So apparently you can. This could have lights on it. Motor left, motor front light. There's different sort of colours you can have. Well, I'm not going into that detail because I'm just doing usual DCC. But yeah, that's very handy. Just another side. Just some CV values there. Right, okay. What's this one? This is the exploded diagram. See one side. Is it one side? Yeah. As you can see, there it is. There's not that many parts. I mean, this loco is probably, what, 10 years old? So, yeah. And obviously this is my first 062 tank. And this is the only 062 tank for Great Western Railway, which is very, very interesting. Yes. Yeah. Looking good. What motor have you got there? Looks like a, I want to say 5 or 3 par. We'll call this. I don't know. I don't know my motors very well. I know Hornby's very well, but yeah. But anyway, what I said about a brief history on this sheet, so there it is. So there you go. There's a, whoops, stay on my hands there. So as usual, if you want to pause the video, you can then read that, and then you can see why I said about the 66XX. It doesn't say how many are preserved in this, which is interesting, so maybe I can find that out later. But yeah, there you go. Right, I think it's time we should take the loco out of its box. Well, its holding facility, you could say. And then it's the one side. And does it have a hole in the back of it? It does. So, if I can just lift it out, or maybe. There we go. Yeah, it's got a bit of weight to it, I would say. Yeah, it's got a lot of weight to it. Ooh, that is a nice livery on it. Ooh, right. There you go. There is the logo. Looking absolutely fantastic. Wow. Yeah. I'm liking this logo already, blimey. And you've already seen this logo running in previous videos, like a couple of Gala videos I've done. But yeah, but blimey. Doing an actual view of it, of actually looking up close to it, it's brilliant. But obviously we can look even closer when we get up, put it up against the white background, which we'll do that right now. Okay, so there is the Bachmann Great Western, well, British Railways, 56XX up against the white background, and wow, I'm actually astonished by the detail on this, and there's a lot to see. So, starting with the front of the loco then. So, as you can see, the buffer beam, very nice, well painted, and also, which I do like, is the fact that it has actually got sprung buffers. So, we'll just try again. There we go. Sprung buffers, which is lovely to see. And I have to say that the front of the loco is very strange because the actual sort of smoke box door, if I do that, is more, it's quite parallel with the actual frame, the running plate. Yeah, it's very unusual to see that on an engine, but that's what's iconic about this loco. Obviously about the wheel arrangement, as also that as well. The railings on the side, hand railings. I think if I come in it, yeah, I think the wire, so that's good. Which is nice to see. It got a little bit of weathering on the sort of copper sort of chimney here, which is metal, which is nice to see. So that's good. As you can see on the buffer boom itself, you've got one vacuum pipe plus a nice sort of, I think, is there where for a light to sit on it? Maybe. But as you can see, the smoke box door, you also got their sort of, I think, shed code on the bottom. There's a very well printed out number, 6671, which is really nice to see. And then you obviously got the handrails going, which goes all around the outside of the smoke box door, which is nice to see. Separate fitted pieces that you can see here. I think the lamp holders are nice, and obviously you got the vacuum pipes, which is right in front of you, and the handrails are looking good on this loco. There are several separate fitted pieces like that handrail on the top, and you've got all the sides, all the bits, most of the bits on the water tank just there, which is nice to see, which is more detailed than the 61XX. Yeah, then you've got the handrails on the cab there, which is nice. Livery then. We've got a really well printed out British Railways symbol. I think maybe a slight bit has been cut out. Maybe. There's a slight nick in it. I'm sure you could probably just see it in the sort of the top left hand corner of the circle there. But yeah, the shine on it, yeah, it's alright. I mean, it's not the most shiniest in the world. It does make it look a little bit plasticky, but the lining on this is really good. Yes. Yeah. And then of course you've got the nice sort of golden sort of dome in the centre there. There's no, can you see gapping on it? Yeah, maybe gapping like this side and that side, but that's about it for that. Well, it's not that shiny, so it sort of gives a bit of a weathered sort of tone to it. But you obviously don't want something really flipping shining, otherwise it would look as though it's just been sat in a museum for all of its life. And the whistles on this are plastic, so that's a little bit of a shame, but you've got nice sort of a golden sort of brass main whistles on the top of the heads, which is nice. Yeah, looking at the connection rods, as you can see, it's got really nicely done. And I have looked, and it's actually got like a, I think is the running plate metal? That's plastic. Yeah, slightly disappointing, but I mean, what you can expect. I mean, this loco's from 10 years ago, so you're not expecting that much. And there's no warping that I can see from here. So also, I'd like to realise there's another handrail there, which is nice to see. The main lining around it is very well done. Very well done. Obviously got the number plate at the rear, which is nice to see. And then you've got the single sort of bogie wheel. Oh, hang on. Pony truck wheel. Which is nice. And that's not actually sort of like, it's not in the style of like a specific sort of style. It's just the wheel sort of like a wagon style, if you know what I mean. It's just sort of left there pivoting, which is, it's simple, and it works, which is good. The cab roof, then, as you can see, you have got a shape of a sort of a ventilation on the top. That does not move. It's just molded into the roof along with the logo. And then I can't see any, you can see where the hand brake is inside the cab. And if I sort of a bit closer, you can just see some sort of like some boxes in there, which is nice to see. And if we go around to the other side of the cab, you can probably just see there, you've got little bits of detail in there. Can I put a light on maybe? There we go. You got some detail for the inside cab detail. No painted stuff or anything, but I mean, you're not gonna expect that much for a £55 loco, are you? Yeah, there you go. Coal load is a very healthy coal load, as you can see. It's quite shiny, which sort of makes it sort of unrealistic, but yeah, I mean that's a downside of it. The rear of the bunker, you got some nice you can see all the rivets on this. I mean, if I sort of do this, you can see all the rivets, which are really nicely shown. I love that. That's a good feature of this loco. It makes it more realistic. But the bunker though, you can see a lot of rivets going around. I suppose the fact that it's got NEM couplings, as you can see. This one only came with one NEM coupling, but that's fine. I mean, I can just easily just switch it over to the front, so I can then use it as a sort of running backwards sort of bunker first, which is nice. And just to clarify, yes, this does have sprung buffers on the rear, which is nice. Another vacuum pipe, which is nice to see, plus some more handrails. And I think, are these steps? Steps? Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Or are they sort of holders for a shovel? I don't know. But yeah, the detail on this is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, this loco is looking to be an absolutely fantastic loco so far. A couple of bits here and there, but yeah, that's fine. Right, so I think it's time we put this down to the track and see how well it runs. For what I remember from the last time I ran this, it was really good. I mean, really good for DCC loco. But now we can do a thorough test of it. So, here we go. So there is the Bachmann DCC British Railways 56XX down onto the track, ready for its first test run of the video. So, without any further ado, let's get moving. I believe it should be going forward, so just to make sure that it does run. Also, I do know it runs, but here's to clarify that point. Yeah, it runs really smoothly. If I cut it off, you've got a bit of a sort of like a flywheel effect, which is nice. Yeah, it's a lot more controllable with this engine than the 61XX. Yeah, a lot. Ooh. I say that, then I'll just cut out on the points. Yeah, DCC doesn't do so well on the points that much. Sometimes it doesn't like it. Look at back. Frame. There you go. I just want to move the track over here slightly. So that's back to normal. Slow speeds. Let's have a look. Just bring it forward. Yeah. Right, going forward first. Let's just sort of very slowly turn power up. Going up. Oh, and we have movement. Can you go any slower than that? That's really smooth so far. That's as slow as it can go. But yeah, that is really smooth. That is good, isn't it? Go in the other direction. Move it quicker. Ah, stopped. Yeah, that is smooth. I mean, it's obviously dreadfully slow, but it does move pretty well. Yeah. Yeah, let's bring it back into the frame. Yeah, that's good. What's the higher speeds like? So let's reverse up. That's the point, which is not good. Turn it up, and then I can just give it a nudge and see what it does. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Let's bring it back. It's gone way out of reach, but here we go. Fast speed, full power in reverse. Yeah, that I would say is pretty decent. Got a nice wheel slip effect. So no flywheel effect. Off, power off now. Still going, and stopped. I'll do that again. Look at that. That's a nice flywheel effect. But yeah, the speed is pretty good. What's that at 50%? Yeah, that's good. Right, coming past you at 50% backwards now. Got a little bit of a dodgy flight fish plate somewhere. I'm not on the point, so I need to change that at some point. But yeah, this is a really good runner. Right, obviously, as you can see, the NEM coupling is in the right position at the moment for the running session part. So just bear with me, and I click on my fingers, I will be able to change it now. So here we go. There we go. Turn around. Magically, nothing happened there. Yeah, so let's just make sure that's the run. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I mean, being a tank engine both ways, it's fine. So yeah, so without any further ado, let's get started to reverse up. Couple up to its train today. Here it comes now. Slowly up to its coaching stop. Lovely connection. I heard the sound like both couplings went, so let's just have a look. Yep, and both hooks have locked in. Marvellous. Right then, so today I have gone with probably the only British Railways chocolate and cream coach I have, which is the chocolate and cream Mark 1. I do need to get a few more of those. And behind that I've got 3 Great Western Railway Connaught coaches, as it is a Connaught loco, so I thought that'll do very well. So without any further ado, let's set it in the right direction, and off it goes. I'll put it on pause, I think. Yeah. There we go. So with the 56XX happily going around the track, I have gone with the next loco up, which is the 262 variety. So I've gone with the small prairie, and here comes the 56XX. Lovely. So I've basically more or less gone with the same sort of variety as the last video I did, just slightly different rolling stock, as you would see right now. So without any further ado, let's get the small prairie going. Not too fast. There we go. And then with one being one step down, I have gone with the Great Western Railway Pannier Tank, which is an 060. So just minusing the rear training wheel. So, without any further ado, let's get it going. Now I've gone with basically exactly the same as the last video did. It's a Great Western Railway sort of style rope tripping. Enjoy this running with them. There we are.
Opportunity with the sun.
Okay, so after an absolute fantastic running session with all three Great Western Railway engines, there was little problems. I think the only problem I actually had was the occasional sort of stop-start from the 56XX. That's only because the track, it says in place, needs to be needs to have new fish plates put on, which I can get that done as soon as possible. But yeah, so if you have any any sort of thoughts about this DCC 56XX, then please do put them down in the comments below. And if you have any other queries on the loco or any of the other locos you've seen running today, then also put them down. But for now, that is all I've got time for today. I'll wait for the 56XX to come back round one last time. Here she comes. And so with that, I thank you all very much for watching. And I'll see you next time for some more reviews and other videos. Goodbye everyone.